Okay, so it's back on Amazon shopping again. And if you guys are on Red Note, then you've been seeing that poke gel. So I found one from, it's from Amazon. We're going to test it out, right? We're going to test it out. This is everything that came in the package. I got the bundle. I got the 2-pack. So you get all these things. That is the base gel for the poke gel. And then it came with a black and a white and 2 brushes. And they gave me some little freebie stickers. This was packaged very well. Came in like a tight envelope. So there's that. But a little difficult to get into, but not bad. I just didn't have any scissors. And I've been wearing these press-on nails, and I don't usually wear nails. So, yeah. No, I'm together now. But, yeah. So we got everything together. And let's get into the actual how did it work video. Okay, so like I said before in the package, we got a black and a white. And we also got a foil, not a foil, but a base gel. We're going to try this over a nail with foil, a nail with polish, like gel polish plain, and a nail with chrome. Now, this is PLA. It's my first time using this one. I did end up putting it on kind of thick, so I do go and like take a little bit of it off because I'm like, I don't think it should be that thick. Usually they want you to have gel polishes in thin, even coats. And I ended up shaking this, but it was just very thick, so I'm taking some off right here because I felt like that was definitely globbed on, and I didn't want to have any opportunity for the gel polish to wrinkle because my whole goal is to try out this poke gel, and I think it needs to be smooth. Now this one is called Accents. It's called Black On. They also have a white one, which is called White On, and what happens is they cure tack free so that you can just chrome on top of them. So I ended up doing 1 coat of this just to make sure it's not like a super long video. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? So do that, a nice thin coat. I shake this one up very good. I do have a gel polish shaker. This is Muck Art Nail Art Foil. I like this one a lot. I'm going to do 1 little thin even coat of that because we're going to do the poke gel over a foil nail and see how it turns out. There's like a few questions that I had. So we cure that for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to open up the little packages and here's the directions. Now the directions said you want to keep it about 1 millimeter from the edge. You also want to file before you top coat. I thought that was interesting. So basically when you do your tack-free top coat, you got to make sure it's touching an area that's not fully covered with the poke gel base, from what I'm understanding. You do cure it in between, so it's not like a crackle gel or a crackle polish. It is a gel. But it was just very interesting instructions. They do come with the package. And like I said, I did watch a bunch of videos on Red Note, but of course, it's in Chinese. I don't speak Chinese. Not yet. So all of our items are cured. And I'm going to do, I think I did the black first. I ended up doing a voiceover because I was chewing gum. I don't know why I was chewing gum. I'm going to go for the red foil instead of going for the silver because I just want to make sure when I do the video, like when I record it, you guys can actually see what's happening so we can see if it's actually like doing the thing that we want it to do, honestly. So the videos I've seen on Red Note, I'll probably splice in a little bit. And like they were cool. And I was like, ooh, I gotta have this. So the quickest thing I could do, like I said before in the earlier video, is hop over to Amazon because I cannot buy gel polish on Red Note just yet because I don't think they send the MSDS sheets with it. And if it's crossing international waters, then you have to have the MSDS sheets. So rubbing in my foil to make sure it gets applied well to the nail. I should have used a cotton pad, but I didn't. Okay, so for my one that needed to be chromed, I just got, this is just a rando chrome that I have. And I'm just going to use my finger. But like that black on works really well with chromes. But you just have to make sure you shake it really good because sometimes it'll shrink away from like the free edge or something. And I hate when that happens. So we got our chrome on. And the green one, we're just going to go over it on the green one. But I am going to use another color gel. I'm not going to use the black or the white that came with it. I'm going to use that base gel and another polish. So I just end up hitting it, the application, and I try to keep it a millimeter away from the edge like it was saying, just to see how it would come out. And I put it on all of them. It didn't make the chrome move around, so I was excited about that, because a lot of times I want to do stuff over chrome, and if you put like a base gel or something over it, it'll lift your chrome up, and then your chrome ends up looking like sparkly instead of like chrome. So that was a win in my book. And then I did it over the foil, and so it was fine. It didn't have like a super huge chemically smell, so that was also fine. I know smells are very important to note, you know, especially when you're working with a new chemical, you don't know anything about it. I do like to know the smell, like how bad is it. Now, I ended up cutting these open, obviously, and then I'm going to stir them. I'm going to save you the agony of watching that whole process, but I did stir all of them very well. And they did not have like a crazy loud chemical smell. So another win. But I would suggest just making sure, well, like with any gel product, that you make sure you stir it thoroughly and do not get it on your skin or your client's skin or just nobody's skin at all. Stir, 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 stir. And then we're going to cut to the art. Okay, so got our nails. Each of them has the poke gel top coat. Now, they did send me special brushes. I'm going to only use these special brushes with their product because I don't know how it's going to interact with any of my other paint gels. So, yeah. Okay. And I also brought over to my table some silicone tools to check out and see maybe if I use a silicone tool, if it's easier. Let me tell you right now, it wasn't. Actually, using the orange wood sticks that they sent was better than using the silicone tool, and you'll see in the video. So I grabbed the orange wood stick, and you kind of got to like draw it and then wipe it, and then draw it and then wipe it. So draw, that's where I messed up. I should have wiped. I was just going back in, and so I had too much gel connected on that little orange wood stick, and I was like, what is going on? But yeah, you definitely need to draw, then wipe, then draw, then wipe. And you give it some time, and then it starts like separating more on its own. And then I thought to myself, like, oh, I'll just add some other lines. And honestly, that wasn't the best idea because I hadn't wiped the orange wood stick. Okay, so now I'm cluing in. Wipe the orange wood stick, then do a cleanup, because that excess gel basically was getting put right back down on top of the design, and that's definitely not what you wanted. So wiping gives you the best effect. So of course, whenever I'm doing something, I always do my name. I don't know why. It's only 5 letters. I feel like it's easy. All right, add a little something, something at the top, and yeah. So, this is real time. I'm not speeding this up just so we can see how it worked. The whole video was only like 20 minutes. So, yeah, it's actually spreading pretty good. So, I definitely can see that this is like a cool idea. I put it in the lamp and I cured it for 60 seconds. Cap that one off and let me grab the red foil one. And over the red one, I use the white. Because think about this, you do a red foil nail, you're trying to do Christmas nails. Boom. That's a good idea. Okay, so paint the white on. I did nice and thin. And this is where I'm going to show you I messed up. But it's important. You got to see it. I feel like I wasn't doing 45-degree angle. I was kind of like digging into it. And that created an issue for me. Like I need to glide it on easy. Then I got the silicone tool. And it was just doing okay. But my issue is I didn't wipe the silicone tool. Then I was like, oh, let me wipe it. And so it wasn't like spreading like I would have wanted it to spread. So I ended up wiping it off. Because I was trying to go for like a reptilian pattern here. To see how good it would be. And let me be very clear. Until I get it down, I am not going to just throw this on a client. Because I want to have an understanding of how I need to control the brush or the silicone tool or the orange wood stick before I put on a client and be like disappointed, because they can tell when you're disappointed in what you do, and I don't want them to see that from me. So I wipe this off, and I just use a little gel cleanser because on the directions it says if you mess up you can wipe it off, no need to add more base. So that was good to know, an important fact. This is not the same brand that's on Red Note. This is just another brand, but it was only on Amazon. This one, I only seen it on Amazon. I haven't seen it on Red Note. So then I tried just to poke it with the silicone tool, but here's where I'm messing up again. I was not wiping it off. You gotta wipe it off. And so that definitely ended up coming out caca. And I'm not gonna hold you up. I wiped it off again. Why am I wiping it off? This is the learning process. Honestly, like, how crazy of me to think that I can get something fresh out of container and think it's gonna work instantly. To me, it wasn't moving fast enough. So I'm like, what did I do? So I wiped it off. And I really wanted to show y'all this before, because I know I'm not the only one that's on Red Note from the US. So I wanted to show y'all before we started all like buying it. All right. So I did a thin, even coat. I was gliding over the nail. Smooth. Got the orange wood stick. Drew some dots. And I was like, let me learn from my mistake. Just draw one line, swirlies. No. But I was definitely having a difficult time with this one. I don't know if it's because it's the white. I don't know if it's because it's new. That's what I'm saying. I'm definitely going to have to practice with this more before I take it to the clients. And it was only like maybe $20 for the two. So it's not, I didn't break the bank when it came to it. Now this one, I finally ended up getting the hang of it, right? Like, I watched so many videos and it looks so easy and so fast that I'm like, oh, I got it. Nah, I didn't have it. But this one actually ended up coming out like I envisioned it and like I had noticed them doing it on Red Note. So I was happy with that one. I wanted to see if I could go back in and add any after it's been spreading for a while. And it looks like the answer is no. Right? The orange wood stick honestly did give me a better result than the silicone tool still, even after I was wiping the silicone tool. So it's not tacky, but it's not like tack free. I did see them chrome it on Red Note, so I wanted to see if maybe I can chrome it on top. And they had made this claim, like, I should have used a different color chrome. I will say that. Like, if you chrome it, you just hit it with a sponge and it'll wipe the chrome off of the base layer, because that wasn't tacky. It wasn't tacky at all. And I'm also wondering, like, if that base layer is like a top coat. So you can chrome on top of it. It was fine. I will say this. When I wiped the chrome off with the gel cleanse and then went in with a different color chrome, you about to see that in a second, it did not perform as well. The chrome mainly stuck to the base layer, like the blue chrome. I did a different blue. I did like a purple blue. And that got on my nerves, that it didn't do the right thing. But also, I was like, I definitely should have thought about this before I chromed it the same color chrome I had already had on the base. Okay, so I have a dual chrome that I'm going to put over. Now, you seen earlier, I already had wiped it off with gel cleanse, and it's really not sticking to the design after I had already wiped that first chrome off. So if you mess up on that part, I don't think you can re-chrome it. See, now it does have like indentation. Wherever it's not, it's lower than what the gel is, right? So it does say on the back to use a little build in a bottle or something thicker. That way you can fill those spaces, so it'll be nice and smooth when you finally put your top coat on. So yeah, that's what we'll do when we finish out. This one is the green nail. I have the little poke gel base on it. What I'm going to do is use another gel polish by a different brand and see if I get the same effect using that instead of using the actual poke gel. I shook this up first. I always shake up everything. I don't know how to stress that so much. This is a blue gel from PLA also. It's kind of thick. Kind of remind me of the consistency of the poke gel. So I just did a little bit on there. But like I said, kind of thick. So I did take some off. Grabbed the orange wood stick. Learned my lesson. I cleaned it off. Did not learn my lesson. Forgot all about the lesson at this point because why didn't you clean off? Like, look at me. Using it the same. Knowing I need to wipe it. Yeah. The long and short of it is you need to wipe it. It has to be wiped. Obviously. So I wipes that off. Then I grab another little bit of PLA. Like I said, learning curves with new products. Please. They're there. At this point, I'm not going to hold you. I'm frustrated and I'm annoyed because I'm like, wiping this and doing that. Do I even really want to keep doing this? And so, okay, let's wipe and then swipe through it and wipe and swipe through it and wipe. I'm also thinking, like, if I'm doing this on a client, I'm trying to do it and get a design. Sometimes they have stiff hands, and they'll be all fooling around trying to see it work, and will it annoy me? That's the next thing to figure out. So, it's kind of doing it. It's not doing it. You could be the judge. Let me know in the comments. I already bought it, so if you don't want to buy it, you don't have to. I mean, I do see the value of it. I definitely am going to play with it a little bit more because I feel like I can get the hang of it. Just like with anything else, I just gotta, work with it a little bit more. So I'm gonna cure that. Easy. Okay, so let's do some building a bottle to make it level out. And really, I'm saying because it's making a little, like there are holes there where the gel is not at, right? It's higher. So fill it with a little build in a bottle and then hit it with top coat. I do flip it over to make sure it kind of like self-levels better and then it cures. A little bitty mini recap. I like it. I like the ideal of it. I need to play with it more to get it like I know it can work. I would like to see if I can get the other colors by the first brand. I think it's called Magic Color Nail. So if I can find that, then I'll get that. If you want to try it also, I'm going to definitely put the link down below. These two brushes will only be used for this because I don't know if I use them for anything else, if it will cause those gels to separate on the client's nails because it's a whole new product. Like I don't know how it works. It's cool. I can see the value in it. I'm going to keep playing with it. And I'll probably do a follow-up video like maybe in the next few weeks after I play with it and see like, oh, okay, this is how I was able to make it work for me. If you get to doing more practice with it than me, please post a video and tag me. But I will tag all the stuff below. And thank you for watching. Share with your nail tech friends because we all need to